This week's Live Lounge. Today we're talking about your plan of action. January was all about building those foundations for a really strong 2026. But now we want to create that plan of action so you can elevate. So you can elevate your plans. You can really put those things into motion so that you're, hi Sarah, so that you can go with what you want to do, but also you have your accountability, your cadence, the timeline of when you're going to achieve things. We had a meeting last week and everyone around the table had their own individual action plan as a team. So each team member had their accountability, their cadence, and their timeline of what they needed to achieve. And that's really important in your personal and your professional lives in order to attain your goals, in order to achieve the next level in your business. And it all starts with a plan of action. So what is it that you want to achieve? What is the most important thing that you need to achieve today, this week? What needs to be done by the end of this week? Are all of your team members aligned? Is it hitting a financial target? Is it actually making sure that certain aspects of your business are all completely aligned with what you need to do to activate and accelerate your action plan? So have a look at your business, have a look at your goals for 2026 and create that plan of action in your daily do's, in your weekly wins, when you're reflecting and looking at what's gone well this week, what needs to be achieved, what didn't get achieved, what needs to be at the top of the priority list next week. All of these things are really important in your plan of action to make sure that you are achieving and you maintain that momentum in your business, maintaining that momentum working towards your goals. It's really important to make sure that you've got that accountability. When do you check in with yourself? When do you check in with your team members? When do you check in against your goals? Is that every single week? Do you have a conference call? Do you sit down and have a time that you all meet together? In the salon, we did that. We had Team Tuesday. So Sunday, Mondays, we were closed. And on Tuesday mornings, first thing, we'd bring in a few, croissants or a little treat. We'd sit and have a coffee. And we'd sit and talk about our plan of action for the week. What clients were in. Who were VIPs. Who needed extra special attention, whether it was something to do with their skincare. Whether it was certain aspects of a course of treatment they were on. And you can look at that in every aspect of your business. It doesn't just have to be clients. It can be team members. It can be things that need to be put into place as in policies and procedures. It might be certain things that need to be ordered in a certain timeline. Maybe it's an education plan. Maybe it's actually that you need to hire more team members because your business is thriving at the moment. And that's where you want it to go to get to the next level. Whether that is hitting, 6 figures a month or 6 figures a year or 7 figures, wherever you're at and looking at where you want to go. Everybody needs that plan of action. And that accountability. So when are you checking back in? When are you making sure that those actions have been taken? And the cadence. What's the timeline like? Are you doing those daily? Is it something you do once a week? What does the cadence look like in your action plan? Because things need to be done regularly. That's what maintains that momentum. And the timeline. What's the time scale of what you need to achieve? Do certain things need to be achieved by this time next week? Maybe it's by the end of the month. Maybe it's by the end of the quarter. And then what's next? What's on your timeline? What are you maintaining? Are you checking back in for that accountability next week? And what is it that's clear on the agenda so that your team knows and you know what exactly needs to be actioned? So that plan of action is really important to work on with your team, with yourself, to working towards your goals. And that's what helps you maintain that momentum. I hope you all have a great week. Take care. Bye.